just watched is an introduction to United by Sawdust. Tim Hill, a friend of mine, said he'd be more than willing to port a saw for me one day, and I said, well, how about I send you this saw that I'm going to be sending around to 11 channels, and you could do your handiwork on it, and we'll get your name out there for you. We appreciate you clicking on this video today, and remember, if you watch any of the videos that the other YouTube channels put out and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to their channel. It doesn't cost you a dime. For me, it keeps me motivated to keep going. I'm not the most elegant with words, but I enjoy being part of the firewood community and the woodhound community. And so as we kick off this United by Sawdust, we appreciate you all for joining us on our journey. The first channel that it's going to go to, which it's actually there right now, is Britt with Foothills Firewood. So if you don't mind, watch out for his channel, and the Echo 7310 will make his appearance on that channel. After the introduction of all the channels, there'll be a little bit of Tim Hill talking about the oil mixture and what we recommend running in this ported saw. Hopefully you guys will watch it to the end, and thanks for joining. Like I say at the end of all my videos, remember who you are and what you stand for.
Well, I pulled that saw apart on a Saturday night, gave it a little more breath, made the timing just right. Packed it in a box with a smile on my face, send it down the line, boys, put it through its pace. 13 channels waiting with the wood stacked high, from the wilding sky down to the heat of Arizona dry. Up the Carolinas hills and Maine, strong hardwood stands, over to New York State and Wisconsin's timberlands, across the lakes to Michigan to Missouri's open plain, and back home to Wyoming where the journey came for fame. One saw, many stories, turning dust into glory. Every stop on the road made the whole thing shine. Yeah, the horsepower grew stronger, but the friendships lasted longer. In the end we learned the treasure wasn't in the grind, it was the people by our side. That box kept rolling like a stone down a hill, through the hands of folks who work the woods with skill. Some said she rips, while others said she bites, but everyone agreed it was one heck of a ride. And when the chain slowed down and the tour was done, we looked back smiling at the miles that had run. 13 good channels, one worn out case, but a firewood family no saw could replace. So here's to the coach who live for the sound, old saw coming alive when the chain digs deep and the chips go flying high. We trade more than horsepower, torque, or speed. We found a family every woodsman needs. One saw, many stories, turning dust into glory. From the first pull start to the very last mile, yeah, the power got bigger
All right, well, howdy and good afternoon. My name is Tim. I live in Mesa, Arizona. I am friends with Bracken Prophaser in Wheatland, Wyoming. He has a business called Frontier Firewood. Bracken and I have known each other for a handful of years. Both of us love chainsaws and cutting firewood. Both of us also are linemen by trade. A couple months ago, Bracken and I were talking about saws. He's got several ported saws that he's had various people build, and I told him that I'd like to have an opportunity someday to build him a saw. Well, Bracken came up with this idea that he wanted to take this Echo saw and use it as a giveaway saw when he got to a certain number of subscribers on his channel. I said, well, hey man, let me have it. Let me do it for you. You know, I'd love to do that. Well, then a short time after that, he says, hey, I'm gonna change this up a little bit. I reached out to some guys that have YouTube channels that have firewood businesses and log splitters. I'd like for you to go ahead and build the saw for me. And then I'm going to send it to each person with a chain, a bottle of mix oil, and the saw and bar, and have them run it and review it. So here we are. We've got an Echo 7310. Got a Samara bar. I am using a Husqvarna C83 chain. I think it's the best chain out of the box. I have a gallon of 91 octane gasoline. It is not E-free. We don't have that in many places in Arizona, especially where I'm at in Mesa. Going to be using Echo Red Armor oil. I think it's one of the best oils on the market. I also use VP Synthetic Racing and Maxima K2 from time to time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 4 ounces of oil, pour it in the gas can, and then I will gas and oil the saw, put the bar and chain on it, and I have a log that I will be making test cuts on. So what I do with every saw that I build, I make 3 test cuts. I use it as a baseline, and then I go in, I do my machine and port work, and then I make 3 cuts afterwards. Well, these 3 cuts are always videoed, and then I use a stopwatch to get my times, and then I do some basic simple math to find the gain that I got out of the work that I did on the saw. So here we go. I'm gonna go ounces, and I like mixing 32-to-1 for a couple reasons. 32-to-1, it's 4 ounces of oil to a gallon of gas. It's an easy number to remember, and I won't forget it. So I have 4 ounces of Echo Red Armor. Now I know what Bracken's gonna do with the saw, and when he sends the chain and oil to each person, they're gonna come in a little bottle like this. This is 4 ounces of oil. So anyways, here we go. Now, one of the reasons that I like to run the Echo Red Armor is for all the saws that I've built and torn down after doing machine and port work, to either go back in and make a change, or just a saw that I ran and then tore down. Echo Red Armor, there's just something about it, the film that it leaves on the moving parts, it just coats everything like you wouldn't believe. So I think it's a pretty superior lubricant. It does a good job. You can buy it at Home Depot, buy it on Amazon, get it just about most places. And it's bright red, which when it's mixed with gas, there's no mistaking that you've got mixed gas, because some of the other oils aren't so colored. All right, I'll mix this up real good. There's a little bit of residue in the cup, but not enough. And when I pour the gas in it, it's going to show that. So there you go. Echo Red Armor, 91 octane. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the saw put together, make my test cuts, clean it up, and start tearing it down. I'll do machine and port work to it. I'll modify the muffler, and we'll find out what the gains are. I'll make a video of me doing the test cuts to document it. I will also take pictures and may make some video of me doing the machine and port work. But I'm going to do my best to document this for Bracken to help him with his channel. And also in the end, if it sends some saws my way for machine and port work, it works out good for me too. But anyways, again, my name's Tim. I live in Mesa, Arizona. By trade, I'm a journeyman lineman / high voltage substation electrician. I have a tree removal business, Pioneer Tree Removal, and I build saws under the name Summit Work Saws. I appreciate Bracken for this opportunity, and I'm excited for each one of these people that are going to get this saw and have a chance to run it. All right, well, howdy, here I am at my backyard. I use my log splitter to hold my logs for making my test cuts. See my small firewood pile in the background, a dump trailer. Anyways, so I just made a test cut, a warm-up cut to make sure the saw was warm before I make my 3 cuts. This is acacia. It's super hard stuff. It's going to be a lot like the oak and hickory and things that are going to be cut by the YouTube reviewers. The Echo C83 chain, like I said, it's my favorite chain. I think it's the sharpest chain out of the box. I will not be pushing on the saw. I will let the saw do the work. It's going to cut. That's how I do my testing. Just let the saw do the work. So I'll make 3 cuts down, and then I will run those times against the stopwatch and come up with a number. And after that, I'll tear the saw down, clean it up, and start mapping out my machine and port work. So here we go. Bracken, Frontier Firewood. There's your Echo CS7310. Built by myself, Tim. I'm in Mesa, Arizona. By trade, I'm a journeyman lineman / high voltage substation electrician. I have a small tree removal business, Pioneer Tree Removal. And I build chainsaws under the name Summit Work Saws. I'll get some more runtime on the saw. New carburetor will come in, get the carburetor on it, and get it shipped out. And I look forward to the smiles and reviews from all the guys that are get to have their hands on this saw.